Well, hello. It's a bit windy today. If you are new to the Linleys Garden Railway, welcome. If you are a returning visitor to the Linleys Garden Railway and perhaps have wondered why it's been so long since the last update, thank you for sticking with me. It's not unusual for me to not do too much in the way of uploads during the summertime. The season for developments and extensions, improvements is usually the winter for me, and the winter season is now beginning. Hi, I'm Warren Brand and welcome to another Linleys video. Well, I have spent a good couple of hours already this afternoon clearing some leaves. More are falling even now, but I had a massive pile of leaves to clear from this week's drop from the local trees, the nearby trees. In this episode, I'd like to share with you the four main focus points that I'll be looking at during this winter's aspects of development. I'll be working on these development bits over the next few months, really right the way through to Easter time, when I aim to start running trains again sort of properly. So there are four parts. Let's look at the first one. The first one is this station area here. The idea was that I started last year with a new Y junction and this branch spur off in front of me here, all the way down to an end station, will be an extension for live steam. Now, there's full details about kind of the development of where I've got to so far and the reasoning behind adding this extension, some of the technical features in the playlist dedicated to this branch line. I'll put a link in the description notes below about that. I'm going to focus on getting the steel work sorted. It gets to about here so far, and the concrete piers to be like a long viaduct, slightly higher than ground level, and then the wooden track bed, treat all that, and then get the track down as well. The idea is then to run some live steam, and that moves sweetly in to the second of the developments for this kind of winter. I plan to buy a live steam loco. I've been looking online, second hand, never really know, slightly cheaper of course, and I've also looked at some of the well-known commercial manufacturers of live steam for gauge 1, which is the 45mm. So I'm looking at that. Obviously that's a big investment, but I'll be looking at that over the next few months, and hopefully come January, February, when this track, into February probably, when this track is down, I can run some live steam. So that's the second development, live steam. So with the completion of the Y junction here and the branch line, I'd like to work on all of the electronics relating to the main junction station here, the Linleys main station. You may remember from last year, if you've followed on from previous episodes, that I've been working on this station here, which is the main Linleys station. It will have a junction arrangement. That will be a later development, but all the electronics in the electronics control boxes here. That's the third section then. I'd like to get all the track power and most of the electronic systems up and running in this area. That's a big ask, that's a lot of work to do, and I'm not sure that I'll do all of that in time for Easter. We'll see how we go. There's a lot there to do. Moving on to the fourth aspect, which links with the electronics, there were two development bits I've been looking at over the last few months. I've been meeting up with a good mate, Kit, who you may know from some of my walking and trekking expeditions over the many years. But he's into electronics, has been forever. So it's not unusual for us to meet up, windy woo, meet up for a coffee in the local coffee shop. And discuss different electronic options. He's very much into the Raspberry Pi, and I use pickaxe controllers. But there are some overlaps, and some of the programming concepts are, I don't know, similar in some ways. Certainly some of the electronic interfacing could be considered similar. However, through discussions, it's become clear that perhaps a better way of controlling track power than the resistive blocks that I switch in and out is the use of PWM, pulse width modulation. Resistor blocks switching in and out is very much a traditional thing. Back in the sort of late 1800s, early 1900s, that was how electric trains were controlled, switching in and out resistive sets. These days, most modern train electronic controls for electric trains much more technical than just switching in and out wasteful resistances. I'm not saying pulse width is the right way forward, but I've been looking at different ways of perhaps improving power management for each block section. With some of the electronic developments, I've also been looking at how to improve the way the train position is sensed along the track. I don't really want to change the principles behind how I monitor the positions of all the trains, but the little reed switches have proved to be less than reliable. You may remember from previous videos that I have had to replace some of them, and slightly disappointed about that. Not easy. So I've been looking at different options to replace the primitive reed switches. So that's kind of the fourth aspect of development, some of the electronic improvements as well. Well, there's lots to do. This is now mid-November, late November. Going to start over the next few weeks getting on to the track bed planning and construction here. Work on different bits and pieces at the same time, most likely. Some of the indoor development bits with the electronics I can do, and then outdoors when the weather is fine enough, I can work on the hardware bits. Well, thank you for watching this short update episode, and I hope you look forward to watching more as the forthcoming episodes come out during the winter. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.